I'm back for video number 2. Didn't realize it would have a response such as that, so we're going to be talking about soy. Why don't I like soy? Well, first of all, soy is a nitrogen rebalancing crop. When farmers are done using their field, after a harvest, they need to rebalance the soil, so they use soybeans to rebalance the soil so they can plant again, for the most part. Instead of throwing that garbage away, they reuse it in our food supply. If you plant a whole entire field of soy, animals won't eat it because it's an endocrine disruptor. It'll actually increase estrogen in the body, and all the while retarding the thyroid, and it cuts down on aggression, causes confusion. I mean, look at women. They don't even know what they want, right? So it makes sense. So really, you have to understand that it's a cash crop, and you're going to promote it as a health food when you're making money off of it. So let's start back to where I was talking earlier about where soy is inserted. Baby formula, notorious for using soy. 100% of commercial baby formula, which Nestle has a lock on it. Go back and research where Nestle actually started. Same thing with Bayer. You'll be pretty upset, or maybe you won't, because usually people don't get upset about these things anymore, and maybe they do. Maybe we can change that. But soy is used in baby formula along with MSG to increase appetite. And when you give soy to a small child, you retard puberty in boys. So you're actually delaying puberty in boys by accelerating estrogen. And when you do that, you're lowering testosterone output and rewiring the brain to favor a more feminine way of thinking. So boys aren't boys anymore. They're underweight. There's no more John Waynes. There are no Stone Cold Steve Austins, no Sylvester Stallones, no men that take charge. Instead, we get Justin Bieber and others that really aren't seeing what cause and effect does to the body. Take women now, for example. You give a small child baby formula, you accelerate puberty in young girls. The earliest case of a girl going through menstruation is 5. So a girl is having her period at 5 because of the cause and effect due to soy. Let's also not forget, when you increase estrogen in the body, and soy does that, you're lowering your metabolism and you're increasing weight gain. You're also increasing the early case or early onset of menopause. So why on earth would you give someone birth control? Why on earth would you want someone to ingest soy protein? Because it all falls back to making money. Now we can go into every facet of why they're doing this to us in a conspiratorial way, but I'm just stating facts. I'm not going to give any opinions such as that, because it's just disturbing. But when you do this to people, you're making money. Disease is big business. You don't make money off of a bunch of Jack LaLannes that die of natural causes at 97 years old. You make money off of the sick, diseased, and dying. You can make plastics out of soy. You can make combustible fuel out of soy. Just because it's a crop does not mean it's edible. It isn't. We are supposed to be consuming real food. Not soy. Not soy. So I hope that might have answered a couple questions. If you're wondering why you have gastric distress, if you're wondering why you're moody, if you're wondering why your husband isn't performing in bed, if you're wondering why you're not putting on muscle tissue as fast as you used to because you switched over to soy protein, that is why. And let's also not forget, over 90% of soy is genetically modified. And what GMO means is a genetically modified organism, And in short, they've cracked the hull of the soybean, amongst other seeds, and they've incorporated Roundup. So how is that natural to some of the people that want to argue with me over Facebook? How is that natural? And how do you justify feeding that to your children, more or less? So if what I say to you offends you in any way, it's just my opinion. I'm not making any money off of this. I just need to get all this off my chest because this is really what I have to deal with on a daily basis when I talk to Dr. Oz fans, people that support that moron. And I'm glad he's getting a taste of his own medicine, because diet is everything. Supplements are supplements. You take them, you need them, but they're not everything. Just remember, everybody has a hidden agenda. When you see somebody that is in Shape magazine or a bodybuilding magazine standing next to a product that they aren't taking, they have an agenda. Okay? Just because somebody's in shape doesn't mean they know everything. And you really have to be vigilant nowadays and do your research, and it's out there. It's everywhere. So, again, it's my opinion. I hope I could help some people. I hope I answered some of your questions. Peace.